The MCS A80 is one of 2 shotguns included in the game's launch weapons arsenal. Today, I share with you what I believe to be its strengths and weaknesses, the various attachment options for this weapon, and which ones I personally feel to be the best. We will also look at a bit of gameplay so you can see a few examples of how to put this very close range weapon to work on the battlefields of 2042. As a side note, the first of 2 game update patches goes live tomorrow, which is the 25th of November if you are watching this after the fact. I will include a link to the Battlefield briefing that covers these updates fully in the description below, and I'll be making a video covering this more fully later in the week. But for now, just know that both of the revive glitches will be addressed, which should mean you can now be revived after being down near an object, and you should also no longer be getting stuck in a down state indefinitely. As well as this, they have also done a bit of vehicle balancing. Bye bye hovercraft and nightbird spammers. Oh, and they also reduced bullet dispersion for all weapons except shotguns.
Finally.
There's a huge list of additional improvements coming in update number 3, which I will cover in said video later on this week. Now that that's out the way, back to the shotgun.
This is my boomstick!
The MCS 880 is a pump-action shotgun with a tubular magazine that holds 8 cartridges if you include the one in the chamber. It has a rate of fire of 200 rounds per minute, pretty decent for a pump-action. The base model has a firepower rating of 75, which sounds a bit low to me, as you can actually one-shot people with this from as far away as 15 meters in my experience. To me, this gun seems like the perfect pop-up blaster. You can step out from cover, down your target, and then return to cover, only to pop out again and send your next victim back to the respawn screen. That one-shot kill power is the biggest strength of this weapon, and, as you might have guessed, its biggest weakness is its lack of range. What this means is you'll have to think about which areas you should stick to on each map. For example, on Hourglass, the stadium, or Sector A, would be a great choice as there is plenty of cover as well as flanking opportunities. Sector C, on the other hand, not so great. We'll take a look at some gameplay examples next, but first, let's have a look at the attachments. Okay gamers, so here we are in the loadout screen on my collection. Now if we go into the shotgun here, we can have a look at the various attachments. Now obviously I haven't unlocked all of them just yet, but we can go in and have a look at them all still. So let's start with the sights. If I just click here. So obviously you've got the iron sights, then we've got this holographic sight here. We've got the XTR holo. We've got the UH1 Smart 1.5 times sight. We've got the TV 2 times. And then if we come back out, we also have the Fusion holographic and the K8 holographic. Moving on to the ammunition. Of course, we've got the 01 BUCKSHOT and we've got the number 4 BUCKSHOT. But we've also got the slugs, the flechettes, and of course the 00 BUCKSHOT, which I can't wait to be using. That would be my personal choice here. Moving on to the underbarrels, not much to see here. You've got a choice of nothing. This LS1 laser sight, I'd recommend choosing that. And then of course we also have a light grip, a COBRA grip, and a flashlight. You could take the grip if you want, but I don't think it would make too much difference, to be honest. And then finally, we've got the barrel option, which you can either have the factory barrel or, of course, the Type 4 heavy suppressor. So hopefully you've now got a good idea of which attachments you'd like to run. Personally, I'd stick to the BUCKSHOT and focus on hipfire, but I know many of you love to use the slugs, and maybe in the future I'll do a part 2 on this weapon with scopes and slugs. Now on to these examples. Now here we have Sector C on Hourglass, and as I said earlier, it's not the best area for you to go with the shotgun. As you can see, there's not really much cover. I'm just barely getting by with these sand dunes, really. Managed to kill the squad here, but then as I approached the sector closely, well, I've not really got anywhere to go, so I'm forced to duck and cover once again, using my C4 like a little sissy to clear out those enemies there. And then I pretty much had to hug this post. And the worst part is yet to come, right? Because all the enemies have just seen me killing their mates. Well, they're all over the other side of there, up on the bridge, behind those containers. They've seen me, they know I'm behind here, and they're just itching to take a shot at me. So, as you can see, I get to about here, try to get a bit further. Already I'm getting peppered, and pretty quickly I'm going to be forced to retreat back behind those pillars again. At which point, I'm going to get flanked by enemies on either side. I managed to take out a couple, but it's only a matter of time now in this limited cover environment before I'm taken out. This, on the other hand, is how you want to be using the cover. Springing out, taking a few enemies out, and then retreating into some tight spaces, take out any enemies that may be chasing you, wait around a little bit, before popping up again to take out your next group of enemies. And the emphasis has got to be on the quick here. You can't be hanging around too long. You've only got 8 shots after all. Get in, get out, get a quick reload in between. And that is the MCS 880 shotgun. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be doing a full series, one for each of the weapons that are included in the launch of Battlefield 2042. So please, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. I'm Fun Guy, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.